Hey everyone, how are y'all doing? Hey Ken, how are you? Hey Lawnmower Man, how are you doing? Okay. Hey Teresa, Cool Gamer, how are you? Hey, hoping for answers, Brown Bear, how are you? Hey James, hey Sharon. Yes, Lynn, today is the day. Perfect, how are you? Hey Emerald Queen, how are you? James, I'm doing good. I'm super tired, y'all, but I'm here. I don't think I've been up this early in a while, except for when I've had to get up early to take someone to a doctor, but it's well worth it. Hey, Fern. Who said Kate? How are you? Hey, Ray. Hey, Evie. Common sense. How are you? A 9 millimeter? Yes, it is, girl. Today is a perfect day to see a murderer get arrested. Hey, Grandma. Hey, B, how are you? Hey, Marissa. Tom, how are you doing? Hey, Bugsy. Yes, Lynn, I was kind of contemplating if I wanted to go live early with it or just wait till tonight. And then I seen they had a press conference coming out. So I was like, yeah, I'm going live whenever the press conference is getting ready to be done. B, I'm doing good. Thank you. Wait, let's see. Not gonna lie, I'm cheating on you a bit. I have you on screen and recovery addict and who said, Kate, that's perfectly fine. Hey, girly girl. Okay, Grandma, that's fine. Yes, Marissa, I am. Little Miss Michaela, how are you? Y'all, I was dead asleep, let me tell you, and my phone goes off, and I pick it up, and Sifa has sent me a message, and all he said was, "Arrest made." In all capital letters, that's all he said, "Arrest made." I'd never jumped up out the bed so quick, y'all. Like, trying to find the remote to get the TV cut on so I could see what was going on. I'm, like, trying to figure out where to go on my phone. I'm shaking whenever I see this dude's picture and see that he has been arrested. I got, like, chill bumps all over. I sent, Mr. Gonzalez an email, and told him I just saw the news. Like, I've literally been going 100 miles an hour. And Marissa, thank you so much, honey, for becoming a member and welcome to the family. Maria's just gonna take a nap. Well, I'm gonna be on here long enough to do watch the press conference. It shows that we still got 25 minutes. Talk about it for a little bit, and then I'm gonna probably jump off. So however long it takes, maybe an hour total, hour and a half. Honestly, Princess, I thought it was Siffa and White Widow Baby talking back and forth because on Twitter, if you don't hit the little snooze thing, your phone just keeps going off. And I thought that's what it was, and then I looked and it was like arrest made. Hey Bugsy, how are you? And James, thank you for becoming a member and welcome to the family. Oh, I know, little Miss Michaela. I've been going to like all the different news stations trying to find stuff. I've literally never done work on a case this quick, is what I have since the time I've woke up earlier. Hey Natasha, how are you? Hey James. Right, James, we were talking about that last night. Like, is does he know something's up? 'Cause he's, decided to go ahead with it. Cricket moon, yes, today is the day, y'all. Y'all just keep the families in your prayers, um, 'cause this is just part of it. This isn't, that if this when this goes to trial, like, the families have to sit through the trial, and they have to listen to everything, and I'm sure that they have heard a lot of stuff that happened, but I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that they don't know about, um, that they're gonna have to hear and see during this trial, so y'all just continue to keep the families in your prayers. Common Sense, I'm so happy you got to join us today, girl. Hey, the post office prince. Hey, Cherokee Raider, how are you? And also, Sif and I did get the flowers ordered this morning. It was like 7 o'clock. Me and him was going through looking for flowers. So I was able to order two arrangements. Hey, Mark, how are you? I got one for Kaylee, one for Maddie. They're going to be delivered today to the church for the memorial. And once I'm done with the live, Sifa has done a picture with both the girls together, and then he put on the picture the arrangement, which one goes for which girl or whatever, and I'm gonna post that on the community page for everyone to see. As a former military police, he is great with cases. Okay, thank you for that information, now millimeter. I'm guessing the trial won't be for at least a year. Yeah, but it'll probably be a while, Brown Bear. Hey, don't going crazy. How are you? Yeah, unless you said like, unless he pleads guilty and just go ahead, confesses to everything. Um, and Tom, how are you? Unless if he maybe confesses, writes out everything, his motive, what he did, all of it. Werewolf Queen, thank you for becoming a member for 3 months. And she says she is proud to be a pickle. Thank you, honey. Auntie said we doubted the Moscow Police Department, but I'm wondering though. Well, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I doubted them. I'm not gonna lie. I really did. I I know the FBI had a lot to do with it as well, but honestly, Moscow Police Department, hadn't had a murder in 7 years. They've never had anything like this happen, in their little town. So I did doubt them. Thank you, who said Kate. Okay, and the last one was solved the same day. Yeah. I still wonder about Hudson's death. Um, Hannah's death, some say that it's a little sketchy, but, I've seen what her dad's come out and said. And her dad coming out and saying what he said about her death and like, what Lindsay come out and said about Kylie's it was a totally different vibe. So I kind of trust what Hannah's dad is saying about her death, where a lot of people think it's sketchy. They think that it was a cover up and all this and that. But Hudson's, I really do think that there's something else going on there. Let me see real quick. Hey, Gio, how are you? Yes, I did hear that. And thank you, Werewolf Queen. She says put this towards flowers for Ethan and Xana. Thank you, honey. Um, I did hear that when they arrested the guy, that he wanted to know if anyone else had been arrested, which is kind of a weird question because why would you ask that if you acted alone? So I'm wondering if if there's somebody else and maybe he thinks they narked him out or something. All right, let me get my thing on live chat here, y'all. Police have been so careful. I feel pretty good that they have the guy. Yeah. Yeah, common sense. That's what a lot of different people are saying that he said. Like he was wanting to know if anyone else had been arrested. And like I said, I don't know why you would ask someone like that, someone something like that, if if you just that you were the only person involved in it. Hey, Turquoise, how are you? Okay, they're saying maybe two more involved. Oh well, I don't know. Like Ice Cube says, today was a good day. Yeah, Marissa, today is the day. It's the day of the girls' memorial. I know that the family kind of feeling emotions from both sides. That the person has been arrested. If there's more, I have more confidence now that they're going to get all of them involved. But then again, they got the girls' memorial service today. Olivia's reporting possibly two more with their names. Okay, thank you. Marissa, you're talking about oh wait, I've got it. I forgot what it was called exactly, but let me grab it here real quick. Okay. Oh wait, where the heck did it go? This is it right here. I don't think he's an SK, but I've also heard now, and I'm trying to confirm all this, y'all, because I literally haven't got to go through everything. But somewhere I heard while I was running around today doing all this, trying to get all the information I could before I go live, that he possibly might have did this to another woman. So I don't know if that's true or not. Like I said, I'm still like there's information that's got to be confirmed. You know, yeah, Cricket Moon, we did. Yeah, by tonight, whenever I go live back tonight again about 10:30, I should have more information. All right, so let me see how many minutes we got. All right, we got 16. I think I should be able to get through this little thing real quick. Okay, this is what the dude posted. All right, let me get my chat pulled up here real quick. Oh shit, that's too loud. Okay. Hey, my Jay-Z, how are you? Okay, so this says research participation needed. And this is what this Bryan Kohberger has said that he posted this. It says 212 days ago. It says, my name is Brian, and I'm inviting you to participate in a research project that seeks to understand how emotions and psychological traits influence decision making when committing a crime. In particular, the study seeks to understand the story behind your most recent criminal offense, with an emphasis on your thoughts and feelings throughout your experience. In the event that your most recent offense was not one that led to a conviction, you may still participate. Additional surveys are included after the open ended section as to best understand your unique traits. The study should take about 15 to 20 minutes to fully complete. Your identity and all answers provided are completely confidential, and the link to the survey is also an anonymous link. This research has been approved by the DeSales University IRB. Participants must be 18 years of age and older. If you opt to participate, you may terminate participation at any time for any reason. And if you have any questions about this research, you may contact the research team via email, and then student investigator Bryan Kohberger, and it has his email. So, it seems like, and this is just my opinion, it seems like he does a study, but then he actually wanted to participate in this study as well, so he went and did what he did. And I don't think that's a motive, but just the things that he's asking in this, like what he's wanting to learn, it's almost like he wanted to know how that felt. And Marissa, thank you so much for the super chat, and this is for flowers. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. And Stiffa, if you're still in here, please do not let me forget to post the flowers on the community page. The amazing Tiff, how are you? Okay, and the dude's only 28 years old, y'all. Went to the Washington State University there in Pullman, Washington, which is just right down the road from at where the girls were killed at, University of Idaho. He graduated with a PhD in criminology. And then he went, let's see, what was the other one? He graduated in 2018 from the Northampton Community College in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania as well. Okay, Bugsy, no problem, honey. So this dude is, I don't know, a little crazy, y'all. All right, we got a little over 12 minutes. Okay, let's see. Let me get back in the chat real quick. Let's see. They arrested him while we were in chat last night. Great. Yes, they said it was about 3 o'clock in the morning when the SWAT went in and raided his house, which would have been 2 o'clock my time. So yeah, we were literally on here talking about him. That is crazy. Yep. Well, he can celebrate his New Year's in jail. These kids didn't even get to celebrate Thanksgiving, Christmas, or nothing. So he doesn't deserve to be able to celebrate a holiday at home either. Let's see. Oh wow, Mar. Do you know how far he was from your child's home, Mar? All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up on screen so that way I don't get to talking and then forget about it. Lynn, yes, he does. And that is one thing that Idaho does have is they do have the death penalty. Okay, Mar, that's fine, honey. All right, so we got 10 minutes, y'all. Yes, I'm just trying to make sure I've got so many different things pulled up here. Okay. Cece is awake. Okay, good. Did you tell her I was live, White Widow baby? Maybe he will plead guilty to avoid death penalty. Oh damn, I don't even want him even serving life in jail. Like he needs to go just straight to the table and for what he's done. Like this dude doesn't even deserve to live his life out in prison. Okay, she just emailed you. Okay, good. Because I didn't even have my email pulled up, so all right. I'm just trying to check everything real quick, y'all, before this. Wait. You do what? Saturday let's go. You were rushing her white little baby? She went to bed before me and Sifa did. Let's see, he needs to go man overboard. Well, I mean, if he was any man at all, which I don't think he is, but if he was any man at all, he would go in and he would write out a full confession on everything. Why he did it, who was with him, everything. But I'm sure he will, wanna go through the whole trial process. Um, Hopefully, Marissa, he doesn't do that. Jingle balls. Hey, Yorkie mama. It's your car then, her. That is true. Now, I will say the vehicle that he drove or that he drives is a 2013 Kia Forte. It's not an Elantra. Okay. Wait 1 second, y'all. I gotta find something. Okay. Yorkie mama, how are you? He's not telling me. He'll probably claim he was dropping off some guys and waited for them to go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there'll be some kind of bullshit story. 1 second, y'all. Okay. Let's see how many more minutes we got now. Yeah, I'm very impatient. Like, I'm ready to hear this press conference. We got right at 6 minutes. And y'all, I still haven't found my pen on the floor that I lost last night. I don't have a clue where it went to. Cherokee Raider, once we get done watching oh shit, the press conference, I'll drop a link for you. Hey Claire. Casey, how are you? Hey Lori. I'm sorry, y'all, if I've missed people coming into chat. Brad, how are you? I don't think it's an Elantra, Brad. We've pulled a background report on him, and he drives a 2013 Kia Forte. It's getting close to. Now we just, we got I feel bad for the families, because I mean, especially Kaylee and Maddie's today. This is a wonderful thing that this guy is arrested, but then they got the memorial service this afternoon, and I feel so bad, honestly. I remember someone claimed the white car was a Prius. Yeah, they, it was Prius, and then somebody said, uh, not the Elantra, but what was that other kinda Kia or not Kia, but Hyundai car that somebody had found down close to the store? I don't remember what kind it was. There. James, you have a good afternoon. Yes, 4 beautiful young souls. That's right. For no reason at all. And yeah, I did look up the Kia Forte, and it is somewhat similar, to the Elantra. Sifa, you didn't eat it? Okay, hey, future president, how are you? The guy was working on a PhD. I gotta know what his motive was. It's so strange. I know. Just like that thing that I just read, and I've done clicked off of it, but where he was wanting people to come in and participate and do a survey on, how they thought and trying to like learn people's traits when they commit crimes. Just this dude was, I don't know, crazy. Obviously he's crazy. He went and did this to 4 kids for no reason, but just posting stuff like that. I get it was for a project, but it's like he posted something like that, asking people to participate in it, and then he literally went real life on it. Oh, mom bear, yeah, that could be a possibility. All right, y'all, here we go. Make sure the volume and everything is up. Refresh it. Hold on. Why is it not doing anything? I'm gonna be upset if I miss this, y'all, honestly. What the hell? See if I did refresh it. Why is it not doing nothing? Hold on. No, it's playing. It's just there's nothing. They haven't, I guess, started yet. Sifa, can you say? I did press the play button. It's paused. Oh Jesus. It's not doing shit, y'all. Okay, now it shows that it's playing. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. It's probably my internet fucking up today. Why is it not? Chili stars. I'm thinking that's what it may be, Mom Bear. Ah, yeah, see, y'all about to make me have a heart attack over here. Sifa, son. I literally thought something was wrong. Oh my God. Okay. So it's playing. It's just a standby screen right now. That's all it is. Son, you almost made me have a heart attack. Okay. Is this it? Hey, Roger.
Thank you for coming today. Last night, in conjunction with the Pennsylvania State Police, Federal Bureau of Investigation, detectives arrested 28-year-old Bryan Christopher Kohberger in Albrightsville, Pennsylvania, on a warrant for murders of Ethan, Zana, Madison, and Kaylee. I want to personally thank these agencies for their assistance in this case. Kohberger resides in Pullman, Washington, and is a graduate student at Washington State University. We will provide as much information as we can about the extradition to Idaho and the criminal process. However, due to Idaho state law, we are limited in what information we can release today until Kohberger has his initial appearance in Idaho court. I want to express my appreciation to our local community, the people of Idaho, and those throughout our nation who provided information to help us investigate these murders has been very impressive. We've received over 19,000 tips, and we've conducted over 300 interviews. To recap this case, on the evening of November 12th, Kaylee and Madison arrived home at about 1:56 a.m. after visiting a local bar and street food vendor. Ethan and Xana were at the Sigma Chi house before arriving home around 1:45 a.m. The two surviving roommates had also been in the community but returned around 1 a.m. On the morning of November 13th, a 911 call was made at 11:58 a.m. reporting an unconscious person at the residence. The call came from inside the home from one of the surviving roommates' cell phones. Moscow police responded and found 2 victims on the 2nd floor and 2 victims on the 3rd floor. On November 17th, autopsies were conducted and the Latah County coroner confirmed the identity of the 4 victims. The cause and manner of death was homicide by stabbing. Some had defensive wounds, and each had been stabbed multiple times. These murders have shaken our community, and no arrest will ever bring back these young students. However, we do believe justice will be found through the criminal process. This was a very complex and extensive case. We had developed a clear picture over time, and we stand assured that the work is not done, but be assured the work is not done. This has just started. Since November, we have remained laser focused on pursuing every lead in our pursuit of justice for the victims and their families. I recognize the frustration with the lack of information that's been released. However, providing any details in this criminal investigation might have tainted the upcoming criminal prosecution or alerted the suspect of our progress. We will continue to provide as much information as we can as the process moves forward. Today, I want to specifically thank our dedicated Moscow Police Department detectives, patrol officers, the Idaho State detectives, the Idaho State troopers, and their crime lab technicians and scientists, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation for the resources and personnel to conduct this massive investigation. It was the dedication of them and the persistence and the numerous hours that led to an arrest. Fortunately, these highly skilled people worked together as a cohesive team to solve this case. I also want to thank our community and the nation. Over the past 6 weeks, I've been continually reminded of how much our community cares. Locally, public support has been exceptional with kind words, food for investigators, and letters of support. You will never know how much your words of encouragement help us through these trying times. I appreciate each of you and each of your kindness. Agencies and individuals from across the nation have reached out to us to express their support to this department. I'm reminded how our Moscow community, our families, and the nation has been impacted by this daily. Finally, I do want to thank our media partners for the help. You kept this in the news. You helped us with tips. You kept things going, and we truly appreciate that. And you are the product of those 19,000 tips that we received, which is an impressive number. I would like to invite Bill Thompson the county prosecutor up at this time.
Good afternoon, folks. My name is Bill Thompson. I'm the Latah County prosecutor. And it's sad to be here, but happy to be here at the same time. As Chief Fry indicated, a criminal complaint was filed yesterday here in Latah County, charging the defendant, Mr. Kohberger, with 4 counts of first-degree murder, in addition to felony burglary, which involves entering the residence with the intent to commit the crime of murder. Mr. Kohberger, and let me preface, there's a pending case now in court, and I and my office and the investigators have to live with the restrictions that our Supreme Court places on pretrial publicity. That said, I promise you we will share with you through the court process or otherwise whatever we are allowed to. I just appreciate your patience on that. The factual basis for the charges are summarized in what's called a probable cause affidavit that is on file with the court. According to the rules of the Idaho Supreme Court, that is sealed until Mr. Kohberger is physically back in Latah County and has been served with the Idaho arrest warrant. At that time, we expect that that affidavit will be available to you so you can share the true facts with all of your readers and your watchers and your listeners and all the people who are interested and really need to know what's going on. So please have patience with us on that. We hope to get that to you as soon as we can. As far as Mr. Kohberger, I can share with you that he is a graduate student at Washington State University and has an apartment residence over in Pullman. He has had an initial appearance in front of a judge in Pennsylvania. He is being held without bond, and the warrant from our magistrate judge here also provides for no bond. We understand that he's scheduled to be back in court in Pennsylvania next Tuesday afternoon, and that a public defender has been appointed for him there. The process at this point is, since he was arrested in another state, he has the opportunity to either waive extradition and return voluntarily to the state of Idaho, or if he prefers not to waive extradition, then we will initiate extradition proceedings through our governor's office. If we do that, it can take a while for him to get here. So again, I'm asking for your patience and understand that's just the way the system works. Once he gets here, he'll have an initial appearance with our magistrate. They'll deal with issues such as making sure competent counsel is representing him, and the case will be scheduled for further hearings. Your primary source of factual information is going to be the court record, because that's what the Supreme Court says we need to refer you to. So please pay attention to what's going on in court and have people there to watch and hear what's being said. As an attorney, myself and my office, we are limited on what we are allowed by the courts to say outside of the courtroom. So please just work with us. Finally, as the chief indicated, this is not the end of this investigation. In fact, this is a new beginning. Y'all now know the name of the person who has been charged with these offenses. Please get that information out there. Please ask the public, anyone who knows about this individual, to come forward, call the tip line, report anything you know about him to help the investigators and eventually our office and the court system understand fully everything there is to know about not only the individual, but what happened and why. Next, I'll introduce Colonel Ked Wells from the Idaho State Police. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon. My name is Kedrick Wills. I serve as the director of the Idaho State Police and certainly want to express our appreciation for your attendance here today. These tragic murders took 4 young, vibrant lives from our community. Nothing we do can bring them back. The only thing that we can do in law enforcement to honor their memories that we know of is to bring this to a successful conclusion. This has been a very difficult time for the families, the university, the community, and the state of Idaho. However, it is also proven that communities come together in tough times. Certainly appreciate the support of the local community and our national audience that has been following us as our investigators have worked through this case. I'm thankful also to you, the media partners, who have helped keep this case in the forefront that generates the tips and continues, we hope will continue to generate information that will help us to a conclusion of this proceeding. I'd like to express our appreciation on behalf of the Idaho State Police to Chief Fry, his leadership, and the entire Moscow Police Department for the way that they handled this from the very beginning. He directed the right people to the right positions that led us to this conclusion today. I've had the utmost confidence in this investigation and in Chief Fry, as well as in Mr. Bill Thompson and the Latah County Prosecutor's Office, who've been a great partner throughout this. Nothing has deterred the commitment of the investigators who've worked on this case, regardless of the organization they represent. It's been very trying and very difficult, as you know, that it has been on those investigators as they do the tedious work that they're so good at doing. The partnerships is what's led here as well. The partnerships between Moscow Police Department, I'd like to express our appreciation with the Federal Bureau of Investigation, specifically the special agent in charge out of the Salt Lake City Division, Dennis Rice, and also the work that happened in the last 24 hours in Pennsylvania with the arrest with the Pennsylvania State Police and Colonel Evanchik with the Pennsylvania State Police. We appreciate what they've done across the nation to help us as well. As Bill shared, this investigation is far from over. In fact, I appreciate what he shared, that this is not an ending, but rather a new beginning. The difference now is, as he shared, that we are dictated what information we can share by the court process and by laws in our state of Idaho. And so we will share, as he shared, Mr. Thompson is absolutely committed to share everything he can share through the court process. We've got to make sure that we don't get in front of that process. And we really deeply appreciate everybody's support here. The relationships that were forged here and the partnerships that were forged have led to this. And based on that is why we're here today. And we continue to believe that the best way we can honor these 4 lives that have been taken is to make sure that we have a successful outcome here. One of the partnerships that's been forged throughout this is a partnership with the University of Idaho. And on that, I'd like to introduce the president of the University of Idaho, Mr. Scott Green.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Scott Green, President, University of Idaho. Today's news of arrest is a welcome one. It's relief to our university, our community, and our extended Vandal family. The outpouring of support over the past 6 weeks helped sustain us during the most trying time. It provided the strength that helped us navigate the international scrutiny visited on our students and employees. We are truly thankful for the compassion and acts of kindness shown to our community. Kindness is contagious, and it provided the light that reclaimed ground lost to evil and darkness. We first want to acknowledge and thank Governor Little for the early promise of financial support that enabled the university to secure our campus and focus on helping our students and our employees in the wake of the crimes. We also appreciate the Idaho State Police and the highly visible security presence that brought comfort and calm to a community shocked and confused by the senseless crimes. We never lost faith that this case would be solved and are grateful for the hard work of the Moscow Police Department and their law enforcement partners. Vast and committed FBI resources brought important expertise to this complex case. Across the board, dedicated, highly competent personnel worked this case to arrest. This crime has nevertheless left a mark on our university, our community, and our state. While we cannot bring back Maddie, Kaylee, Zaina, and Ethan, we can thoughtfully and purposefully carry their legacy forward in the work that we do. Our students come first, and that was proven each and every day of this investigation. We are committed to safely delivering the college town atmosphere, campus experience, and high-touch quality education for which the University of Idaho is known. With time, we will heal. We will move forward together, and we will remain Vandal strong. With that, I'd like to turn it back over to Chief Fry.
So now we will open the floor to questions. However, I want to remind everyone, as Prosecutor Bill Thompson explained, Any factual information regarding the arrest of Kohberger is currently sealed per Idaho law and will not be released until he has appeared in an Idaho court. Please formulate your questions accordingly. I recognize there are a lot of questions, and I will try to answer as many of them as I can.
Lauren Patterson, Northwest Public Broadcasting, Spokane Public Radio. I realize the records are sealed. I guess I'm not too familiar with how it works, but can you tell us what tip, what lead, what piece of evidence really led you all the way from Idaho to the suspect in Pennsylvania?
As I've said in the past, that's part of our investigation, and we won't be releasing that this time. We will have those answers. We'll have them as soon as we can make those available to you.
Then a quick follow-up and a two-parter. Is our community safe, or is law enforcement still on the search for other suspects who might be involved in this attack?
What I can tell you is we have an individual in custody who committed these horrible crimes, and I do believe our community is safe, but we still need to be vigilant, right? We still have talked about this in the past. We always need to be aware of our surroundings and make sure that we're aware of what's going on.
Hi, Chief. How soon into the investigation did police and law enforcement begin to spot Mr. Kohberger as a potential suspect? And a follow-up, how many tips, if you can say, were specifically related to Mr. Kohberger?
To the tip part, honestly, I can't answer that question, so I'm not even going to speculate on that. On the other part, that's part of our investigation, and it will come out. I'd like the mic to please come right over here.
Thank you. Dana Griffin with NBC News. Can you confirm that Kohberger asked whether or not anyone else had been arrested when he was in custody?
I cannot confirm that, or I'm not sure of that information, but that would still be a part of our investigation.
Did CODIS initially return any hits on this guy?
That's still part of our investigation. That will come out. If we could get somebody over here, please.
And then one final question. Is there any message to the online sleuths who slandered and harassed people who they believed were responsible?
There was a lot of speculation going on, and we've always said from the very beginning that we're the official message that comes out, and to pay attention to what we're putting out there to the press.
I'm Nancy Liu with News Nation, and we were over at the house this morning, and you told us that the remediation would begin today. It was suddenly stopped. Can you tell us why?
Yes. The house cleanup has been halted, and that came by a legal request from the court.
Christina Corbin, Fox News. Chief, have you identified a motive?
That is part of the investigation, and that will come out as we continue the investigation. But what we still ask is for people to continually send us things in the tip line. We are still looking for more information. We're still trying to build that picture, just like we have stated all along. We're putting all the pieces together, and that will help.
Chief Veronica Miracle with CNN. Any indication that the suspect knew the victims?
That's part of the investigation as well. It won't be something that will come out at this point in time, but as we continue the investigation and as this case goes to trial, that will be brought forth.
Have you spoken to the families? Can you tell us what they've told you today?
Are you talking to the victims' families? Yeah, we have reached out to the victim's family as we always do. We've done that daily, and we've continued to have contact with them.
Hey, Nate Sanford, you mentioned earlier that you're still seeking tips about Bryan and that people should still share whatever information they have. Can you speak at all about what specifically people should be reaching out for, like if they know something?
I would say anything and everything. As we've said all along, we know what tips we're looking for. We will take those tips and we will have professionals look at those and decide which pieces of those we need to use for our case. So we ask that everybody would do that.
Angela Palermo, Idaho Statesman. Your department and other investigators on the case took a lot of flack for keeping information close to your chest. Are you glad that you did that? And were you worried about tipping the suspect off?
I will 100% stand behind the way that we handled this investigation. And this all started from day one with our patrol officers arriving on scene, locking down the scene, us calling in the Idaho State Police, us calling in the FBI, and keeping information that was pertinent to this case very, very tight. We want to have a situation where when this goes to trial, there is no doubt that we've done everything right and we've slowed down and we've continued to slow down. We'll continue to do that.
Hey, Chief. Have you guys found the murder weapon or the Hyundai Elantra?
So we are still looking for all pieces of evidence, but we are still looking for the weapon. And I will say that we have found an Elantra.
Stephanie Becker with CNN. Can you tell what it was like when you got the phone call when the police told you that they had your suspect?
I can tell you, for a lot of law enforcement, it was a fairly sleepless couple of days with as we were leading up to everything that we were doing. But what I can tell you is I have faith in those agencies across the nation. I have faith in our officers. I have faith in the FBI, and they did a great job. But sure, there was some times, even throughout the day, that we were always concerned.
Hi, Chief. Don, you're back at CBS News. Can you talk a little bit more about the suspect's connection to Pennsylvania?
All I know is that he lives in Pennsylvania.
Chief Guy Tannenbaum from Nonstop Local KHQ in Spokane. More about the Elantra. We saw reports that you mentioned that you recovered an Elantra, but can you specify where that was found? And we know that that was one of the biggest pieces of information you were asking from the public to tip. Were you able to provide an information on whether those tips led to this seizure of an Elantra?
That's still part of the investigation that will come out in the future.
Chief Glenn Mosley, Idaho Public Radio here in Moscow. The additional police presence in town and on campus, semester's coming. Is that going to continue?
You will continue to see state troopers in the area. You know, we're talking to Latah County as well. You will see a presence of us that we're always have up on campus. We have assigned officers to that. So you will continue to see a law enforcement presence. I'm going to take two more questions.
Hi, Chief. Julie Scott, ABC News. Can you tell us if you eventually had a license plate number to the Elantra and how you tracked it to Pullman?
That's still part of the investigation that will come out.
Chief, hi, Matt Lovelace with the Murrow College of Communication. I want to ask about Mr. Kohberger as a graduate student at WSU. Are you aware of if he returned to campus after November 13th? And have you had any communication with departments on the WSU campus about his attendance?
So some of that is going to be followed up as we continue our investigation. We'll be asking some of those questions, but that'll come out in the near future. So what I do want to do is I want to thank you all. You really have been the national voice for us. You've given us the opportunity to get many, many tips. And I do appreciate everything you've done, and we'll continue to look forward to working with you in the future on this. So I'd like to thank you for that and thank you for your time.
All right. So they give a little bit of information, not a whole lot. I mean, I understand that there's some that they can't give us. So we'll just have to keep up with it. Make sure, hold on one second. I'm just going to make sure that everything is completely over with so I can exit off of it. So Crime Crazy is saying we should have a family tree and details by tonight's stream. Awesome. And another thing, while we're discussing, and I've asked this before, and it's really getting old that I have to keep asking grown-ass adults, but while we are talking about people who have been murdered, The families could be in here watching. I know that Kaylee's family, her dad has seen the live streams before. Please be professional. No talking bad about the families or the agencies who have arrested the person or anything like that. Michelle Brooks, thank you so much for becoming a member, honey, and welcome to the family. All right, let me get everything else off of here too. Make sure I have room on my screen. Mar, wait, Mar, sorry for what? Okay. All right, so yes, I will be going live again tonight, usual time, 10:30, my time. If I'm able to get everything, hey, Delia Fitz, how are you? If I'm able to get everything that I need for um, this guy, like all of his information, I do have like 2 different reports on him as well. But what Crime Crazy's trying to do a family tree to see if there's any connection. Hey, Izzy, how are you? To see if there's any connection to any of the victims through family or anything like that. If I can get it all put together and have it ready for tonight, I might go live about 10 o'clock my time. And then that way I'm not up all night. Um, Sifa, can you email that picture to me? Well, wait, hold on. I think I might have saved it. No, it wouldn't let me save it. Can you email me the picture real quick with the flowers? If you have just a second to do that, I would like to pull that up and show that on screen. Okay, thank you, Izzy. Hey, Annette, how are you? One second. Okay. All right, so Sifa's gonna email it to me real quick. Um, I would like to pull it up on screen and show everybody what we picked out this morning. Okay. Thank you, son. Let me get into the email. Like I said, I went ahead and got 2. I was gonna do 1 to begin with, it's like 1 big one, but I figured it was more respectful to do, 1 for each, 1 for Kaylee, 1 for, uh, Maddie. So I just went ahead and did it that way. Docket info, several information you would be interested. Okay, thank you, Izzy. I will, once I'm done with this stream, I'll get all of that together and, have it ready for tonight as well. Hey, Annie, how are you? Does this mean we have to wait for trial to know anything? Yeah, I mean, before they can give anything, any other information out, unless they come across something that they may can give us, they may do another press conference. But Werewolf Queen, thank you so much, honey. She says more flower money, pick out something pretty. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. All right, let me see. I think I got it downloaded. All right. So yeah, we just basically have to wait right now. Um, to find out if he's gonna waive his rights to it, was it the extradition, and if not, then they gotta start the whole process and all that. Okay, so it's like New Year's Eve now in Australia. I seen someone asking. Isn't that right, y'all? All my Aussie people in here? Because I was thinking like last night or this early this morning when I was about to end the live that it was, but okay, so here's the flowers. Oh wait, let me take this thing off the screen so y'all can see them. All right. So I was trying to find one that had sunflowers in it, and they had a few of them, but I really couldn't find anything that looked good. I found one that was like sunflowers with it had like a little country vibe to it, and I don't know what happened to the website that it was on. I lost it somewhere looking through all the different flowers and stuff. So these are the two. The one on the left is for Kaylee. The one on the right is for Maddie. Amora, you're welcome. And thank you, 9mm and Polka Dots. So I literally looked through these things for like 3 hours after I got off the live, just trying to find something that looked like it would suit the both of them. Yes, you did a good job on putting it together like that, Sifa, because I was trying to figure out a way how I was going to get the the flowers, which I could have just screenshotted it from the website, and it had all the order information and everything on there without putting personal information on there. So, but this is really good. We do have the receipts if anybody needs to see them. We do have those as well. Thank you, Ken. And Moonville, you're very welcome. And B, you have a good afternoon, honey. Is it bad that jailer may have gotten them the idea of looking at cars registered to the two universities? No, Andy, that's that's not a bad thing. I mean, like I said, I know a lot of people don't care too much for him, but you know, if they have a hand in helping solve it, we got to give credit where credit's due. Thank you, Annie, and thank you, Deal. Thank you, Angel, and you're very welcome. So like I said, Michelle, you're very welcome, honey. Like I said, I just wanted to show everybody the flowers. I thank everybody who has put in the donation for them. I will be posting the same picture on my community page here in just a few minutes once I'm done with this stream. Um, you know, for those who have donated, if y'all need to see a receipt, me and Sif, I have the receipt, more than welcome to show, or more than happy, I'm sorry, to show it. I'm still sleep deprived, y'all. um, so if anybody needs that, just let me know. All right. Casey, thank you so much, honey. I'm trying to get back over to my StreamYard so I can pull it up. So she said for flowers, thank you. Well, thank you, Casey. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. So do we know if he personally knew any of the former? Okay, so Brown Bear, I know that he did follow Maddie on Instagram. I saw the screenshot as I was like rushing through some stuff this morning. Um, I'm going back here in a little bit and gonna go back on Maddie's IG account because the Bryan guy has all of his IG accounts private. So I can't see who he follows and all that. So I've got to go to Maddie's IG account and go through each one of her um, friends on there, that everybody who follows her, to get it so I can get a screenshot. And the real anonymous, do you know exactly how he was related to them through marriage? Because we're doing a family tree on this guy, but do you know where he may be, like how or who through who in the family? Okay, so he did follow Kaylee as well. Okay, I knew he did Maddie. I'll go through Kaylee's also. Let me write that down. Follow Kaylee and Maddie. Like I said, I should have more information tonight. Let's see. Wait, Sifa, what do you mean? No, my name is the same. Oh, Angel, thank you so much, honey. She says for the flowers, which I wish I could send more. Thank you. Well, thank you, honey. And this is perfect. Thank you. Annette asked if we all changed our names. Oh, okay. Does anybody have MySpace? Because he does have a MySpace link on one of the records that I was looking at. Sifa, do you have MySpace? Is that the one thing we can find that you don't have? Oh, never mind. He can access it. Andy, I have no idea. MySpace is like forever of ages ago. I did see that this Bryan guy had a MySpace link on his background thing. I thought that might have been, y'all, the one thing we could have found out that Sifa did not have. Alright. Alright. And Sifa, there's let me write that name down too. Shit. H. Is his name really the Brawlers? Wow. Maybe that's why his nose looks broken in his picture. MySpace was the Facebook before Facebook. Yeah. A mom bear? I guess so. Sifa's trying to get into his now to um, see what he can find. Doing a deep dive on IG and we'll do VSCO. Okay, thank you. Wait, what up, baby? Oh, Venmo. I didn't think about that, y'all. Hold on. We'll see real quick. Thank you, 9mm. We'll Venmo more flowers. Want you to get the most. Thank you. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. Okay, so Bryan. Make sure I spell his last name correctly. H-E-E-R-G-E-R. Let's see if he had a Venmo. Oh, you got a Venmo, y'all. Wow. In September of 2021, Venmo paid him $15. Oh, thank you, little Miss Michaela. That's very sweet of you. Thank you, honey. Yeah, he has one friend. That is his sister. And the only transaction was from Venmo. So he's not too exciting on Venmo. Killer was at Grub Truck in early video before the three showed up. Really, Gio? Oh, wow. Do you know what time it was that he was on there, Gio? Do you have like uh, an estimated time? Slight social reject. All right, let's see. Sifa, you really got in it? Okay, 1 second. I see I forgot to type my message, but it's my contribution for the flowers. Okay, no problem, little Miss Michaela. Thank you so much for that, honey. That was very sweet of y'all. Can't believe the guy didn't have some more interesting stuff on Venmo. Okay, wait, what is this? Where is Ivory at in the chat? Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for something in chat real quick. I'm going to try to go to the extradition hearing on Tuesday. Ivory, are you local there? I'm sorry, I missed your. No, I just live very close to where he was arrested. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me go back to something here real quick. Oh shit, where did it go, y'all? Hold on, I'm trying to look at something and okay. Alright, let's see. You should change my background on MySpace all the time and music played my list. Okay, so you live in Pocono Lake. Okay. Yeah, just please do be careful. If you do go Ivory, please, please be careful. Because I'm sure there's going to be other reporters. There's probably going to be YouTubers there if they can get there. I know Bryan Inton did say that he was on his way to Pennsylvania this morning. Somebody just asked me if he was arrested at Waffle House. I think it said, hold on, I got a thing. Let me see if I can find it through all of the stuff that was sent to me this morning. I believe it says that he was arrested at his house, that SWAT raided him. Hold on just a second, because I got to figure out which order these go in. Hold on. Okay, I know this one is last. Okay, so this one must be the first one. One second. I'm gonna go over this real quick, y'all, and then I'm gonna end it for the afternoon, and then we will pick it back up this later on tonight. Okay, I was wondering if it will be held at Michael Myers or the courthouse. Ivory, it should say on the what is it, Monroe County? It should say on the Monroe County um website. Okay. Oh shit, I gotta pull my hold on. Let me get back in the chat because I can't tell if this is pulled up unless I'm on my phone. Okay. All right. So it says authorities at Monroe County placed Bryan Kohberger into custody Thursday in Chestnut Hill Township in connection with the homicide investigation of the 4 University of Idaho students in November. So Bryan Christopher Kohberger, 28, of Albrightfield, was taken into custody at a home in the Indian Mountain Lake development in connection to the November killings of the 4 people in Moscow. On Thursday, Pennsylvania State Police took Kohberger into custody in Chestnut Hill Township based on an active arrest warrant for first-degree murder issued by the Moscow Police Department, or Moscow Police in Idaho. Okay, let me find the other thing, the other part. So Kohberger was cited to have studied at Northampton Community College in 2018, where he was part of the fraternity that focused on psychology. He was also cited to be a PhD student at Washington State University studying in the Department of Criminal Justice and Criminology. The Associated Press left messages seeking information from the officials at the university. The Idaho students, Kaylee, Madison, Xana, and Ethan, were stabbed to death at a rental home near the campus sometime in the early morning hours of November 13th. Investigators say that there was no signs of forced entry when they arrived at the home, finding a bloody, gruesome scene. Kohberger is being held for extradition in the criminal homicide investigation. He was arraigned before on-call magistrate district judge Michael Muth and remanded to Monroe County Correctional Facility pending extradition to Idaho. Police in Moscow, Idaho announced at 4 p.m., which the press conference that we just watched. Did an IG of him. I've also checked tag photos. Okay, thank you, White Widow Baby. All right. Okay, gonna check if I can get in. I will send you what I get as far as pick or okay, Ivory, yes, thank you, honey. And like I said, just please be careful. Like if you're gonna be in any type of danger or anything like that, please don't go because it's not worth it. Remember seeing this guy follow Maddie? Yes, millennials. I know he followed Maddie. I've got to go back because somebody did say he followed Kaylee as well. So I'm gonna go back and look through Kaylee's stuff and see if I can find that. But yeah, he did follow Maddie on Instagram. And I've got to try to find that where I saw where somebody had said about that they think that maybe he did this to another lady as well. Hey Cheryl, how are you? So I've got to try to go back and find that too. Okay, I'll send you the video of the killer at the goat. Okay, thank you, Gio. And what I will do, I'm gonna save that for tonight's live. That way we can go over that, and I'll have everything else. Crime Crazy says we'll have the family tree, so then we'll know if he is any relation to the Gonzalez family through marriage, if he's or any kin to any of the other victims, or if he has, any relation to the two surviving roommates. Okay, Sifa, what is it that you're trying to find? Is it anything that we need to show on here or save for tonight? Okay. Okay, Princess Megan, thank you for coming and hanging out with us today, honey. And common sense, I have missed you. You literally have no idea. Okay. Princess Megan, you take care as well, honey. Okay, wait, someone's saying his sister lives next door to the girls? His sister's like 30 something years old. Hey, banker guy, how are you? So did he live are y'all saying that his sister lived next door to where the murders happened or to next door to one of the girls just from their hometown or whatever? Brown Bear, hopefully, they will look into that and see if he had anything to do with it. I mean, honestly, he may not have had anything to do with the other 2 murders, but I don't think that it would hurt to look into it and just rule him out as a possible suspect in those 2 murders. Okay, next door to the murder house. Okay, thank you, millennials. Yeah, that's huge. I know, common sense, girl, now we just gotta get Doxy back in here with us, and, we gotta get Chris back. That's fine, millennials. I can check into it. I wrote a note down. More. Thank you, common sense. All right, y'all. So I'm fixing to get off of here. Try to get some more information together. So I didn't realize it's already almost 4 o'clock. I gotta go eat. I'm stuck under my cat. Oh well. Did you get? Oh wait, hold on. Let me check. Yes, I got its way. What it says. Job. Oh, okay. That's something else. Okay. All right. So I'm fixing to get off of here, y'all. Thank you all for coming and hanging out with me on short notice. Um, I usually don't go live, just unnoticed like that, but this was something I think it was important. We've all been hanging in there wanting this guy caught since it's happened. So thank you all for coming and hanging out with us and, watching the presser and all that. And please keep these families in your prayers. Like I said, they're doing Kaylee and Maddie's memorial today. Hey Scott, how are you? So it's gotta be somewhat of relief that they've arrested the guy, but at the same time that, they gotta face all the friends and family of these girls and do this memorial. So just keep them in your prayers. I will be back tonight. Like I said, if I can get everything gathered up, and ready to go before 10, I'll go at 10, and if not, it'll be about 10:30. Okay. All right. Let me catch up real quick in chat, make sure. Yeah. All right. Before it's more informative. Okay, banker guy, thank you for coming and hanging out with us. All right, y'all. I'll just get out of here. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. I love you all. I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon. If y'all do get out and you're in bad weather, please be safe. Just be safe no matter what. I don't want to hear any bad things happening to any of y'all. Hey, Gregory, how are you? So I will see y'all tonight. I love you all. Wait, what is it, Sifa? Oh, you didn't say wait. Okay. All right. So I will talk to you, all of you tonight.